Well, welcome everybody. And first of all, great thank you to all the people at GMAP for organising this week. Very impressive to see the number of people attending and also the packed programme that you have. In the next 10 minutes, I just want to give you a little bit of the background of the Europlanet programme itself. As has already been said, this winter school is part of the Europlanet 2024 research infrastructure, which was launched in 2020 and will run into summer of 2024. European research infrastructures are funded by the European Union with the ambition of bringing together scientific communities to provide the tools and resources for them to undertake their science. That, for example, means access to laboratories, telescopes, and virtual services, databases, online tools for models, etc. And one of those projects, which is simulated into the Europlanet ROI, is the GMAP project. As I said, Europlanet actually is the largest coordinated collection of facilities to undertake planetary science in the world. It combines operations in field sites going to places around the world that are analogues to the Martian surface and for example, the icy moons. It provides laboratory facilities to simulate those planetary surfaces and atmospheres, and it provides the virtual services, as I say, including the machine learning tools, including the planetary mapping, which you're going to hear today. But on top of that, it provides networking activities to support the community and also observations of small telescopes. The community support provides opportunities for bringing together people from countries which only have small planetary science communities, and therefore, countries in Southeast Europe and Eastern Europe. So they have opportunities for students and staff and those ones to integrate with and work with and have the opportunities to use the facilities in countries with larger facilities and opportunities. We also provide a lot of training and mentoring for early career researchers, as well as resources and training for outreach and education. And this GMAP Winter School is part of that community support. It's about training, it's about education, it's also about bringing you all together to show that there is a large and active planetary mapping community within Europe. Indeed, possibly, Matteo can confirm, it's probably the largest actually in the world. We provide, as I say, free access to facilities. If any of you are interested, and if you are doing, or any of your colleagues are interested in going to field sites or attending laboratories, we have opportunities for doing that. We've just finished one call, and there'll be a little bit of a delay now until we launch the next one, but please do get in touch. And as I say, we have the series of these virtual access. We have tools for planetary weather. We have a very large portal called Vesper, which looks at planetary data sets, and we're adding in exoplanet databases to that. We have the GMAP project, and as I say, we've brought in the ideas of trying to use and develop machine learning for planetary science. Machine learning and artificial intelligence is widely used by the astronomy community, but is only now being more rapidly developed by the planetary community. The research infrastructure runs in sort of blocks of funding, usually lasting about 4 or 5 years. So I say the current one is called 2024 because it will finish in 2024. And at the moment, we're writing the next one, which hopefully would run from 25 to 29. But to provide a coherence to the community and to make sure that there is a legacy and that it continues regardless of independent funding, in 2018, we founded the Europlanet Society. I hope that all of you will take this opportunity during the week to look at the things that the Europlanet Society does, and I hope most of you will join. It is a society membership. That means it is open to everybody, but we operate not only as a central hub, we have divided it up into 10 regional hubs so that you can talk to people in your local area. Some of those hubs, as I show you at the moment, are national. Some of them are groupings of nationals. If you're an early career researcher, that's PhD and postdoc, then there is a special career network, which is very active, holds its own conference every year, and looks at, for example, helping to discuss how to further your career, applying for fellowships, going for applications for permanent jobs. There are funding opportunities, including bursaries for attending conference. We have reduced fees for events. We have the Europlanet Science Congress, which is one of the largest planetary science conferences held annually. Last year it was in Granada. We had over 1,000 people. This year it will be joint with our colleagues in the United States at San Antonio. And then in 24 and 25, it will be back in Europe. And in 25, it will again be joint with the Americans who will come to us. As I said, we also help academics write bids to get support for projects and so on, particularly European ones. And we work with European space industry and the European policymakers, the people who actually decide what work and what is funded in space science. So that includes ESA and the European Parliament. Indeed, last week, we had an event at the European Parliament, which we hosted to talk during the European Space Week about the role of Europe in space going ahead, particularly exciting, of course, with the idea of the astronaut program and going to the moon. These are some of the member benefits you do. As I say, you can access the resources. If you're an early career, you've got this very active EPIC group. We have the conference discounts and we have the regional hubs. These are the regional hubs. At the moment, they just actually 1 or 2 of these may actually have just changed, but you can see that they're spread all over Europe. So wherever you are, you can join at least one of the hubs. We've arranged it so you can actually join 2. So if, for example, you're from Greece, but you're doing your postdoc in France, you might want to be a member both of the Southeastern Europe hub as well as in the French hub. You can join both of those when you join the society. So I would just ask you to also look at, say, the Early Planet career. That may be open for many of you. They do many, many exciting things. And as I say, they own their own conference every year as well, but they're a very active group. And if you are an early career researcher, they really always welcome you, and they'll also encourage you to participate in some of their activities. There are competitions, there are communications webinars, help you raise your profile on social media and so on. There are stories about how people have built their careers. So if you want to see what you could do, you can listen to how people have done it in the past, and links to companies. We're also very, very keen on making sure that we are a very diverse community. And so we have EDI, Equality, Diversity and Inclusivity Committee, which aims to make sure that we bring people in from all aspects of the community, and it is seen to be open to people of all areas, so both gender, but also some of those communities that perhaps don't see space as there as an area which they can move into. That's just not true. We want everybody to mobilize in Europe to participate. The membership, as I say, you can find on the website here. It's not expensive, and it does, as I say, if you join this, you soon probably get your money back by just attending one of our main conferences. And so I would finish by asking you to look at this during the week of the Europlanet Society. If you're not a member, join if you can, because I think you'll find it highly useful. So that's my presentation. I don't know if I am the current president of the society, but my term finishes this year, and Professor Carine from Belgium will be taking over as the society grows, etc. And we all look forward to seeing you at some of our events. So I wish you all a very good week. I know it's going to be good. The program is absolutely fascinating, and we're delighted to see so many of you present. Thank you very much.